This is planetmosh.com. I'm here live at Download 2016. I'm joined by John from Skillet. How you doing?
What's up? I'm doing good, man.
Good. So you've been a band now for 20 years. Do you still not like the name?
Do I? No, you know what? I will say this. It has grown on me a little bit because it's it's like I always say, like I'm not dissing Korn. I'm a big Korn fan, but it's like I always thought the name Korn was awesome, but it's because I thought they were awesome, and so it kind of became synonymous with the name. But if you just think about it, Korn's not the best name in the whole world. So now Skillet finally is when I hear the word now, I think of my music instead of a frying pan.
So maybe when we come to your 50th anniversary tour, you might actually love it completely.
Maybe I will, and I'll be touring with Korn, and it'll be the Skillet Korn tour.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of an allegory.
It would be Korn Skillet tour, but you get my point.
Yeah. Your second time at Download. Is it good to be back?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had a great time when we came a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I was apprehensive about. I don't know if anybody would know who we were. And there were so many fans, I was just astonished. So coming back again, I was really, my expectations were high.
Did you have a good set as well?
I had a great set. I will say that the rain kind of dampened it a little bit for me. It got me in a weird funk because about 4 minutes before we played, I mean, there was like hardly anybody out there.
Yeah.
Much smaller than last time. I thought, oh man, what happened? And I thought, it's got to be the rain. But they started coming. First song, they started coming over.
Yeah.
And it got to be a really large crowd. They're singing. It was wonderful.
So, because speaking of the rain, you were meant to play the final day of Rock and Ring, weren't you?
Yeah.
Where were you when it got cancelled?
Where was I when it got canceled? I was in a hotel only a couple of hours away. We were going to get up that day and drive.
Yeah.
I'm so out of it. I think it was Dusseldorf as well. No.
Yeah. No, Rock and Ring would be close to...
No, it wasn't Dusseldorf.
Nuremberg. Somewhere in Germany. Go with
that. It's embarrassing. I can't remember, but I can't remember. But I was at a hotel, and I found out early in the morning, and I thought that was crazy that so many people got hurt. So I was glad that they got to take care of people. It's terrible to see people get hurt and stuff. But I was disappointed because it was going to be a really great show.
Yeah, exactly. So Unleashed, your 8th album.
Yeah.
Where's the title come from?
The title comes because. Probably for lots of personal reasons. I'm very, very excited about this record. It's my favorite record we've done in a very long time. And the truth is that my last record was a really, painful process.
Right, yeah.
Recording it was terrible. Mixing it was terrible. It was just like, I just need this record to finally get done. And this record, I just set off to clean slate and make the record that I wanted to make. And I just felt this is me off the leash. That's what this record is, It's not that it's like an uber heavy record, but it's definitely a very exciting record. Very fun to listen to, not overthought. It's not about deep lyrics. It's just about having fun. It's just a really fun record to listen to.
So I was just go on to that. Were there any differences from this with Rise? That obviously was your last one. Obviously you mentioned about it being quite difficult. So obviously this one was a lot lighter to do, maybe a bit more bounce in the air. So again, a lot more fun.
Yeah, that's right. Rise, the thing I like about Rise is also the thing that I wanted to get away from, which is that it was very heavy to listen to. That lyrically, it was about the world, and it was a statement of the decline of the world, the violence in the world, and I like that about Rise. But I started noticing that it was, for me as a music listener, I didn't want to listen to it all the time because it made me feel sad, So this one was a departure. I was like, you know what? I want to go out and make a record that is more of an escape from what the world is going through rather than calling it out,
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is, like me, you're a Christian.
Yeah.
Give us an insight from your point of view what it's like being a Christian in a secular music business where there's a lot of imagery about the devil and Satan. A lot of people, particularly I would say more in the States over here, think that rock and that is the devil's music and everything like that.
Yeah.
From your point of view, do you have any, when it comes to your faith, do you find that there are difficulties trying to balance it all out and staying away from certain things and trying still to honour God in that way?
Sure. That is a great question. I will give you an in-depth answer that maybe not everybody would like to hear.
Hey, that's fine. Go for it.
Okay. They'll be like, what's this guy on about? Well, I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
In America, that's called the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a place everybody goes to church. Everybody's religious. I couldn't wear black. Right. I could not listen to anything with drums.
Right.
So even like the Carpenters and stuff, it had drums in it. You couldn't listen to stuff like that. You know, guitar was evil. No dancing, a whole deal.
Yeah.
And my parents were really upset. The first time I heard rock music, I heard Michael Jackson "Beat It."
Great song.
Great song. What a great guitar riff. And the Eddie Van Halen guitar solo. And my parents, you know, I mean, they were really. I got like a whipping and stuff, you know, and because I was singing the devil's music, and I was. Right. They saw that I was glorifying Satan.
Yeah.
And so that kind of began a journey for me. I didn't hear rock music again for 10 years, until I was 10, 11, 12 years old.
Right.
And I fell in love with rock music. So my really long answer that I'm going to try to make short is this. It's really sad that religious people are like this about rock music, because the devil doesn't create music.
No.
God creates music. And we see in the Bible that the music was before man was created, and we see that music is the only thing that I can think of that we will be, you know people always say you can't take your money with you when you die.
Yeah.
You can't take your car with you when you can't take your job with you. Well, you will be taking music in a certain sense, because there will be music in heaven.
Yeah.
There will be music after this life. So it's obviously very important to God. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
And so I do believe that the devil has tainted music. That's what the devil does. He taints things that God creates that were meant to be good. So that's why I love playing rock music, because I feel rock is just so passionate. And it's something that rock music fans feel it in their bones, you know. They hear that song, it makes them feel that people understand them.
Yeah.
So that's why we do what we do. So yeah, walking the line of, okay, I want to sing about what I'm passionate about, want to rock out, and maybe I can't always convince all the Christian people that it's okay.
Yeah.
But I can try. Yeah. And I can't always convince rock music fans that it's okay that I sing about God either.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't like that, but usually people don't really care.
Yeah.
They usually just, if they feel it, it's all good.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you ever thought, I know you did your first live album was a worship album.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing a studio album of worship songs and making them your own?
Not really. Probably not.
Okay.
I probably felt I like worship music for the experience, but I don't love worship music. I love rock music. You know?
Yeah. I'm with that.
Now I will say, on our new album, we have a song on the record called "Stars" that is almost like a worship song. Really.
Okay.
It's probably the most worshipful song we've had in like 12 years, probably. And it's a song that I could see singing in church.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a. We wanted to do something like that, but I can't see myself doing a full-on project.
Fair, that makes sense. What's the plan for the rest of the year?
Busy. Yeah, this record coming out. See, after we're Europe for another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then Russia for 2 weeks. Then we go to the States for festival time, and then we have the album comes out.
Yeah.
Yay! And then we're doing a headlining tour in America.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come back to Europe and do a headlining tour in Europe in November.
Oh, cool. So we might see you on our shores at some point in the week.
Yes.
All well and good.
Yes.
Hey,
so I hope to see you again then.
I will do my best. Final question. Give me a number between 1 and 10.
The number between 1 and 10, 5.
5. Do you have a favourite music venue to play in, to be at, anything like that?
In the whole planet?
Literally in the whole planet. Has there been one venue, be it a bar, an arena, a stadium, that's just really struck a chord with you?
There's a place in, it's in America. America's not my favorite place to play concerts, but in terms of a venue, there's a place, it's in a city called George,
right?
And it's in the state of Washington.
Yeah.
It's on the West Coast, and up in like there's this massive, you know what the Grand Canyon is?
Yeah.
It looks like a miniature Grand Canyon,
right,
and there's
okay.
an amphitheater.
Oh, nice!
It's unbelievable, and it usually is places like where, you know, like big act, like really big acts would play. Well, they had festivals there, and we'd be able to go there and play festivals. And when I first saw, I just thought this is the most beautiful, you know, concert venue I've ever seen. It was really cool.
That's awesome, John. Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Good